Stinky Tofu Club.
Welcome back to another episode of Stinky Tofu Club. I'm Rose, you're one of your co-hosts, and I'm back here with Henry and Gabe.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about something I'm sure we all have lots of stories and experiences to talk about. So about crushes.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but then for me, like back when I was in elementary, I had like a crush every single year. Like a new crush every single year.
Okay. We're going back,
Henry,
huh? We're throwing back, eh?
Yeah, for those of you who can't see, Henry just had like a really weird face on his. He just gave me this really weird look.
I don't know, man. Every year is a little.
How? Yo, I hated summertime just because I just
you didn't find anyone to crush on.
Yeah, exactly.
You had no eye candy.
Exactly. Yo, having crushes it was my drive to wake up in the morning and put on that school uniform. Yes, to put on that school uniform. I was like, I'm about to see this person today. I'm gonna look my best. You know, that's my drive to go to school, to go see your crushes. So weekends sucked, summer sucked, unless like we got to all hang out. But I'm just saying, that's why I support what Rose is saying. But continue.
Okay, maybe every year is a little extreme, but then like at least like every 2 years, because you always end up with different classmates. So obviously you end up with different crushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it makes sense if you think about. When you're young, you change so much year by year. And so based off of the difference in who you are as well as your classmates, then, yeah.
I mean, okay, let me ask this. What's everyone's longest crush?
Like how
on
long?
One person. Yes. For one person.
2.5 years?
2.5 years. I think that's solid.
5 years.
And this is in high school?
Elementary to middle school, high school-ish.
Ooh, who is this boy? What was his charm? Please enlighten us.
Elementary to high school-ish.
It was like a lot of girls actually liked him though. Yeah, like a lot of people from my elementary, and then we all went to when we all went to the same high school, everyone like had the same crush on him.
Still had the same crush on him.
Yes, but then like for me, like okay, those 5 years they're like in between. I also like other people, but like he was probably like the longest one, because even though I like other people at the same time, but
wait,
5 years for him.
And so when you liked the other people at the same time, did you have like a tier or a ranking to your crushes on these people? Was he always in the number one spot, or?
When I liked the other people, probably like he would get pushed to the second for a little bit. And then after I get over the first crush, it'll always be back to him.
Huh.
So this guy had main character vibes for 5 years at your school, huh? He was main character, K-drama lead number 1. But what was his charm? Was he like because he was like really active, or he's just a good-looking guy?
Probably because he ran really fast.
No,
he ran really fast. He was
I think
the king of the hill, leader in tag. You know. Can't nobody touch this kid. Speedy as shit. Good looking. Where is he from? Korean?
Yeah.
The Koreans got us beat,
I think that
man.
was like the time when everyone was like really into like K-dramas and all like K-pop groups.
He probably knew how to dance, didn't he?
Already?
I don't think I've ever seen him dance. I don't think I've ever seen. Like there was like dance clubs or like dance like classes. He was never in any of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he knew deep down. He's like, I'm about to kill it in middle school and elementary school. It's being Korean. So did you ever confess? How come you never said anything?
No,
did
I
he
never
date?
confessed.
Did he date during the time that you crushed? Was he ever in a relationship?
Oh
No?
yeah, he was. Like a really short term one though.
I mean, that's what it is, right? Middle school relationships are short.
How short term though?
What has got to be 1 week? No middle school relationship lasts more than like 2 weeks.
I think it was like 3 months. It was like
that's considered long term in middle school.
Isn't that short term? 3 months not short.
But like middle school
3 months
standards, right?
Yeah, it's
so much
short.
so much change is going on in middle school. Like
it's
the
like
kids'
attention
span are like really short.
Like when we first got into secondary school, I think like a few months in, and then he got in a relationship. But I think it didn't last for that long. And after that, I don't think I've ever heard of him getting into any relationships until like after high school.
You didn't swoop in, shoot your shot?
No.
No.
And why not though?
Because I knew he didn't like me like that.
Damn.
So were you guys friends, or was it just like a classmate relationship, and then that's why you felt like you had no shot that whole time?
We were friends, but like not like really, really close friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like was it hard? I mean, at such a young age, it's hard to say, but was it hard to be friends with him because of your feelings? Was it ever like a...
I mean, like probably like feel shy and stuff around him.
Shy.
Yeah. And then like in elementary, like it was like the last 2 years. So elementary when like that I started liking him, and then like that back then it was like I think like in elementary you just feel like you don't think as much, and then like you feel like more comfortable around people, right? So like, you would like talk to them like anyways. But I don't like after secondary school, I don't know why, like I guess I started getting more like nervous and shy. So I basically like we didn't like talk that much.
You didn't talk that much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So were you like that girl in the animes where you would see him coming down the hall and then you would just go from...
Like run around run the other way?
Yeah.
Was it?
No.
That's cute. I think that's really
I
cute.
don't know. I wouldn't. I didn't.
Okay.
But I would say hi and I just go my own way. But yeah. Just like don't have long conversations. And yeah, that's what I remembered.
Did any of you guys actually do like quote unquote dating in middle school and like high school? Maybe not high school, because high school we'll get into that later. But if we're still talking about childhood stuff, right? Was there actually any of that going on? You guys were that rizzy at such a young age.
So the person that I had a crush on, one summer, I think we started emailing each other.
Oh, intimate.
Like during the summer.
During
like
the summer
Over
too.
the summer, yeah.
So like that's pretty special because it means like you guys don't want to lose touch, right? You don't want to not talk to each other for the next like couple months.
Well, I can't speak for her, but I was a little bit whipped because this was like not my first crush, maybe like my second crush in elementary, middle school, and then we kept in touch for a while through email. But then she moved and then switched schools, and little Henry just couldn't
take it.
Couldn't take it. He was heartbroken for another year after that, and then in denial. So
is this emo face Henry?
That was my first emo phase. What was it? Like Neo in the rain, because Vancouver rains a lot, and then I'm out there dancing. Just lost the love of my life.
Life has no meaning.
Why? How could you do this to me?
Exactly. You know, all this talk of like young, like childhood crushes and like school and stuff actually unlocked the memory, right, for me. You guys, of course, every end of the year did yearbook signing.
Yes.
How important was it to get your crush to sign your yearbook? And then based on what they wrote for you was like a big deal. Yep. Either like if it was just a super like, oh, see you, or have a great summer.
No, not even.
If you get the have a great summer, I'm like, I would kill myself. Yeah. Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. But if it's like, oh, I can't wait to see you next year. I hope we're in the same class next year. I'm just like, fuck yes, let's go. Right? How do you guys feel about that? Hags is heartbreaking.
I don't know. For me, I was never really that like I get my friends to sign my yearbook, but like the crush isn't really that important for me. I like getting my friends to sign it because they read a long ass message, and it just makes me feel like wow. Like I feel so touched when my friends write a whole page of message on my yearbook.
That's that validation that you matter to someone.
Yeah.
When you can't get it from home, you get it from your friends.
If my friends write less than like 2 lines, we're like, what a waste of a friendship. What the fuck do you mean by this, dude?
Yeah. Even worse when they just write hags.
Hags.
So you care so much about this yearbook note, right? And what you say. But then earlier on, we also said that each year the crush changes. And so what happens over the summer? Like you read the note and then it's like, oh, this note wasn't satisfactory. This was garbage.
You change your crush.
This person doesn't speak my love language. Next.
I tell you what happens. There's always new students, man. There's always new students, new girls come into your class.
Oh, so you were that kid where it's always the new girl was the one for that year.
I don't want to say that because I've also had like there was a while for like grade. Okay, but I also moved around a lot growing up from country to country. But I would say crushes would maybe last a year, 2 years, and then maybe if a new girl will come, like my attention is like will shift, but then eventually will come back to the OG. You know,
I agree. I agree.
Very typical, like.
That was like the case for me with my 5-year crush. It's definitely the same. Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's something new, interesting. Let's find out about her, right? And then you try to be friends with her because she's new. So like she doesn't know your reputation. I would say like she doesn't know how much of a loser you are just
reputation.
Yet. No, just like how much of a lame person I am. So I'm like, hey, my name's Gabe. Want to be friends?
Were you that kid who was like?
Let's be friends before you find out how fucking lame I am.
Around the school, and then you would show.
Oh hell yeah, hell yes. Actually, there have been several times at new schools I've gone to, like after once I've established myself there, and there are new students that come to class. I would be the one to be like, hey, let me show you around, and then I would introduce her to my friend group, and then eventually she joins our group, and that's happened in multiple different schools. So I would say yes. And then my friends always knew the motive. They would always give me the side eye. Like, yeah, we know what you're doing.
I've seen this before.
Sure. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah, you want to be friends with this person. Yeah. Crushes. For me, what was first crush?
Or like, what was your longest crush?
Longest crush? I would also say almost 3 years. Almost 3 years, yes. Should we name drop these or no?
No.
Almost more than 15 years ago, no? But no, yes. My longest first crush was probably 3 years. Yep. Then what are some of the things that did you guys ever act on it for your crushes? You ever pass notes in class? Never like met up after school.
I remember passing notes in class,
right?
Before cell phones existed.
Yeah, you did that
notebook,
stuff, right?
rip off a little bit. Yep.
I'm trying to think what else. I wasn't very I had no game, obviously, growing up, but you try to invite her to play games during recess, right? Or like no pass. I would say no passing was like the biggest thing for me. The biggest risk I took.
I think for me it was I would try to show off and play soccer. I wasn't very good.
No, I'm sure that worked though.
I wasn't very good, so I think at one point I ended up kicking the ball and hitting someone in the head. like straight up in their head, and this was just an innocent bystander. Actually, no, I think it was my friend, and I ended up hitting her in the head. While trying to impress some other girl, and so that was I think I probably failed there. Yeah.
No, I'm probably should like you could spin it. Like, look at my aim. Like, I shoot my shot and I'm 100% accuracy. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think that makes it worse because either 100% accuracy.
You don't miss. You don't miss.
No, but it wasn't her. It was somebody else.
We don't want to hit her. Obviously.
Yeah, of course you don't want to hit her.
Yeah, obviously.
So basically what you're saying is I purposely hit somebody else, and that's my hashtag skills.
Yeah. You call your shots.
Or you could just hit her and get like a K-drama moment.
Or that too.
Like just run up to her.
Yeah.
I think this is the wrong K-drama genre. It's not a rom-com. It's like just straight up comedy where they just turn around and then kick me in the nuts or something.
So then later on, right? If we transition to high school, you mature a little bit. Were you guys dating in high school? No.
Yes.
Henry was.
No.
What was that like?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't either. So
I was still crushing. I was still crushing. So tell us,
same Gabe, same.
As
tell us
the cool
your
kid,
stories. Yeah,
exactly. Enlighten us.
I'd say it was like very. Thinking back on it, it was very immature, right? But it's always. I mean, in some ways, it's similar to dating now, where you'll go pick them up after class, right? And then have lunch together, hold hands while walking in the hallways, and then, because in high school, we were busing home, taking transit, and so after school, we would go get coffee, or not coffee, we didn't drink coffee back then. We'd get bubble tea or ice cream, and then everybody would just hang out like that. And the teachers knew. I mean, how could they not?
Oh, teachers knew?
Well,
I think so. I think at my school too. No.
It's probably obvious if you're like walking around
holding
holding
hands.
it, right? Yeah.
Okay, well, you were holding hands all that stuff during school time. Oh, we were one of the cool kids. How did you ask this person out? If this was high school, was it a grand gesture?
One of them was like someone I was crushing on for a short period of time, and then afterwards, I didn't even know if it was just like a transient thing, or if I really actually liked this person, and then got pushed into that relationship by friends, and then
you sound very reluctant.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure about it yet, right? And then found out we weren't really all that compatible, so
oh no,
that relationship ended early. And then the other relationship, I think, was
there's more than one.
Wait, how many did you have in high school?
I only had two.
That's
Well,
still two more than us. That's still two more than us.
That's
still two more than us.
I think it started because initially I didn't have any interest in this person, but then we ended up going to like a Halloween event at the PNE, Fright Nights, where there's like a bunch of haunted houses. You got actors dressed up, right? That'll chase you around. And then somewhere during that night, we ended up sticking together. And then I became very interested in her. And then we got together somehow after that. I think I confessed via text or something. It was pretty bad.
Oh, through text.
Yeah. And then we were together for 8 or 9 months after that.
Oh, so both quite long, eh?
No, the first one was like a month.
Oh, I thought the first one was longer than that.
And then after that, I was a heartbroken little shit, and then I didn't date for another like 3 years.
Villain phase. Henry went through his villain phase.
More like lonely phase. Shut in phase, but sure.
Okay. Well then, looking back, I guess, and then if we talk about crushes, we gotta talk about reading signs, right? Now,
oh boy,
I think it goes both ways, but I feel like guys can always see when guys are giving the signs, and it's like it's so obvious. And then I'm sure it's same for girls, but then sometimes guys are very oblivious when girls throw out their signs, right? And vice versa. So I'm curious. We can start with girls, right? Then Henry and we can ask Rose here. What are some signs that girls kind of do when to show that they're interested in the guy?
I think like one thing is that they will like keep initiating conversation, like especially over text. Like they will like keep trying to like text you, and then like,
I think that goes both ways.
Right?
Yeah, you're trying to leave for dinner or something.
Yeah, like
hey,
you want something
my family's
to like
calling me, and then you'll keep texting them, and then trying to keep them along.
Yeah.
So to keep the combo going, eh? Okay. Is that what you would do?
If I'm really into that person, maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
You want to kill the convo then, basically.
Yeah, like you would want to keep the conversation going, because once the conversation stops, like you probably like if the person doesn't come like reach out to you, then it's probably just like the end, right? So you want to like keep it going, or like at least bring up new stuff to talk about.
So keep it going so that you don't have to put as much effort in the next time to strike up a new conversation.
Kind of.
Or is it more so you just didn't want that person to leave?
Like you don't want them to like just not like, you don't want them to stop talking to you, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if they're not interested in you, they're not gonna like keep talking to you, right? So you want to like keep leading the conversation.
Yeah. Because I see what you mean. Because for me, right, if I'm crushing on somebody hard, like that means this person's completely consumed my like mind. Everything I think about, like I can't do anything else but like think of this person, and I would want them to feel the same too, hopefully. So then, by like keeping the convo going or like constantly hitting me up, I'm just like, oh, this person has me on their mind, and I'll be ecstatic. You know what I mean?
Right? Like the butterflies when you see them text first.
Oh yeah,
like when you get a notification.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys wait? Do you guys? If it's a crush, can you guys wait? I'm unable to. Like, I'll really have to force myself to be like, take your time, Gabe. Don't reply too fast. Don't read it too soon.
Do you ever like count down the seconds? It's like, it's been 15 seconds.
I mean,
that's not long enough. I need to wait another like 40 seconds.
You'll definitely count down the minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You just like, you want that sweet spot where like, she's still using her phone. And then text her right before she puts her phone away, where then you will have to wait a long time for her to reply, right? So you got to kind of play with that. So within 4 minutes over, how about like
is it 4 minutes too long?
Effort? Is it too long? Shit,
like 4 minutes too long. Well, okay.
Is that why mine's not working for me? Fuck, I've been waiting too long.
Maybe mine's a little bit weird, but if I send a message and they reply within a minute, I'll kind of gauge how long that took and then take a similar time to reply. Or at least at one point I did.
Wait, I do that too.
That's kind of psychotic.
But I do that too.
No, but it's like you take their lead basically, right? However time they take to reply.
I guess it's like mirror psychology where you just do the same thing, but I wasn't that smart to do that before. But there was one thing that I would do, which is I wouldn't close off the conversations with good night. I would just leave it and then reply in the morning. That way,
and then keeps it
we
going.
Already had a conversation the next day, right? It's like keep it on pause, and then the next day we already have a conversation going. I don't need to find an excuse to text her. That was something I would do.
Interesting. Do you feel the same way about this, Rose? Because
I mean, if a guy did that, I think I would be like, if a guy I'm crushing on did that, I think I would be like kind of like happy about it, because like
you wouldn't be pissed that they didn't say goodnight.
I would be.
No,
so
I
that's
wouldn't.
what I'm saying. I'm different.
The thing is, like, if I'm just crushing on him, why does he need to say goodnight?
Okay, so
I'll give you.
Rose is so logical about this. I feel like no, I want to hear that goodnight.
That's what
because
I'm saying.
That's so sweet.
I'm gonna run off what I think, and see if we can convince Rose, right? So for me, right, if they're not saying goodnight, then in my mind, okay, depends who sent the last text.
The guy.
Does that matter?
Oh, because then if I sent the last text but technically she doesn't say goodnight, then I'm just like, I would be thinking all night long, like, oh, is she not reading it? Is she ignoring it? I'm like, oh my god, and I'd be consumed because I don't have closure.
And so what was the context of your last text, right? Is this like you said goodnight to her and then she just doesn't reply with goodnight?
Oh no, if she says goodnight and doesn't reply, then that's fine. But if you're in the middle of a convo and then the convo ends, I'll be pretty anxious. I guess that goes back to my attachment.
Maybe she's on the other side trying to have a conversation for tomorrow, like saving it for after she wakes up.
Yeah, that's true too. But I think it's just me being too anxious. I'm like, oh no. But I'm not saying that's all the case. But like, no, I would get butterflies when I get good night texts or good morning texts. Like, it's nice to start and
the
end
good
my
morning
day.
text.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's nice to start the day. Like in my mind, if you continue a convo with the other person, it's like an obligation. It's like, oh shit, I left this person on red, or let's continue. Yeah. But good mornings are like, let's start something new today. It's like
and
a fresh
the key is they didn't need to have a reason to text you, right?
Exactly.
It's not like, oh, I saw this thing and then I was reminded of you. No, it's nothing sparked this. I just have you in my mind. Yeah. And so I want to text
tell
you
good morning, and then we can continue whatever convo.
I feel like this depends on like the circumstance. So if it's just me crushing on this person, then I would want to like just not reply. like reply to a message the next day so the conversation can keep going, right? But then if I feel like the feelings like kind of mutual, then I think like saying like good night or good morning or like letting them know, oh, I'm gonna go sleep and stuff. Like I feel like that is kind of sweet to let them know, oh, I'm gonna go sleep, and they'll say good night, right?
Okay, so it's like two stages, right? So one is crushing stage where you don't really have that expectation, and then one is when it's almost there into a relationship but not quite, and so then you start to have that expectation.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I think it depends on
okay, because then you don't know if the good morning text is out of like them liking you or it's just them being polite, stuff like that. Is that what you mean? That means like the good morning might not even mean what you think it means.
If once they start saying like good night or good morning, like you will know that, oh, it's probably because like they're thinking of you, like maybe they like you too. But then right? But then if you're just like, if you feel like, I mean, like I feel like if you don't like this person, you wouldn't even bother saying good night or good morning. So if I feel like the person probably doesn't like me like that, then I wouldn't say.
Is that not the point here? Because then once you get that good morning and good night, it means that they do like you, right?
No, but then like if from my perspective, if I feel like this person doesn't like me like that, I wouldn't want to end the conversation off at night. I would want to continue in the morning. Because if you end it off at night, if they don't like.
So it's too risky to end with a good night because you might not have a conversation the next day.
Like they're not going to reach out to you the next day.
So you have to build yourself up to be able to take that.
Yeah, you have to like strike up another conversation the next day.
Okay, I see what you're coming from.
I think Rose might have it here. She has a good point.
Yeah?
No, yeah. I think she does because if you're not sure if you can have the conversation the next day, right, then this person doesn't get to know you more. In which case, then that acts as that essentially reduces your chances of showing that you're a good man, a good woman, right? Like you're the shit, right? And they should seize you while you can. While they can. But okay.
I see what
that makes sense.
I see what you mean.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, what else? Enlighten us. What else are girls, are science girls putting out to show they have a crush? Other than initiating text, right? Or trying to keep a convo going.
Oh, I have a question.
Should we run off one? We can go like guy girl.
Yeah,
we can go like signs that if that what is.
Wait, but Henry, you had a question. What was it?
Yeah. So it was. Do you get touchy with the guy that you like? Because I know some people are like that, some people aren't.
Are they? Oh yeah. Or do you like give them
like slap on the shoulder or try to brush arms with them? Or like you're sitting on the school bus together and you scoot in a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Just where the shoulders lean on each other. Like
I'm
enough
trying to
where you can feel
back.
the weight and pressure.
Oh, you know what would be a really...
I'm trying to think that. I think I did do that too. I did do that. Yeah. When I, like,
did you ever pretend to fall asleep on them?
Like when I'm like next to them?
Yeah, so like say you guys were on a field trip and then you're coming back on the bus. Right? Did you ever pretend to fall asleep or
No.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because they don't sit with me.
Oh.
Before we get back to the other thing, since we're talking about field trips, for me, right, and the schools I went to, field trips were the best opportunity for you to mac on your crush.
Yeah.
Because you're outside of school environment. It's like almost like an organized date.
Absolutely.
But you didn't pick the location, whatever. But you get to go experience something fun, and hopefully you get to do it with your crush, or the girl you like, or the guy you like, right?
Actually, this reminds me of something. So in elementary, we went skiing as one of our field trips.
Okay.
No, I guess this was middle school. Sorry, the system in Burnaby is a little bit weird. But we went skiing, and we did like 2 or 3 ski trips to Whistler throughout elementary, and that was the shit because it was a full day on the slopes, and also we were there up bright and early, right? So everybody was tired, and then that was the chance to like talk or like
nice
and pretend to fall asleep on them, things like that. And then when you went skiing, because not everyone knew how to ski, you could like teach them some tips, or you could flirt by like throwing snowballs at them. While
Henry's got moves. Oh my god, this guy's slick.
Elementary too.
This guy's slick.
I guess this was more middle school because it was like grade 6, grade 7. It's just the Burnaby system's a little bit weird. Yeah.
But
Damn,
still,
those
wow.
are smooth. Oh wow. But yes,
Now that you say this, field trips were
the best. And then if you gotta pair up with a partner, you kind of shoot your eye like, you guys, you wanna be partners. And you get to go like I remember there's once where our school went to the science museum, right? So the science museum is a science and tech museum, so a lot of fun experiments and gadgets. The classic static electric ball where you place your hand on there, and you got to like actually play with certain like experiment sets. And if you get to do it with like a person that you like, and then you kind of like hold their hand throughout the museum, so you don't get lost. Yeah. You hold their hand, and then it's like you basically.
Wait,
on
what
a date.
age was this? Why did you guys have to hold hands?
So you can't get this science trip was later on. The science trip was like grade 5.
So you were looking for opportunities to hold someone else's hand in grade 5.
Constantly. No, I'm kidding. Constantly.
Dude.
Trying to find the piece of the missing puzzle to this hand. No, I'm kidding.
You're still trying to?
Wow.
Oh, still trying to. Yeah. So what are signs that guys send? Are we talking about now or like when we were younger?
We can start off with when you were younger, and then we can go into now,
Younger?
I guess.
Okay, let me think. Do you have any off the top of your head right now?
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
This is when I was younger, because now I think it's similar. I think the main tell is we try to keep the conversation going. But
Okay.
when I was younger, I remember I used to steal like things from the girl that I liked, and then I would make it really obvious so that they would know, and they'd be like, "No, give it back," and then there would be like a mini chase around the school or whatever for it. Because
Wait,
that was
is
an
this
easy
like
way to
split
get
level?
attention, right?
Yeah.
Like you would steal their eraser or like their hair tie or something, right?
Oh, that's so cute.
I was
Like
that
that's
annoying,
straight
right?
up like a written like Asian rom-com movie.
Well,
if
there
there's
you
like
go.
like those school crushes, right? I would say maybe when we were a little older, sharing headphones. So like if it was like during recess or if it's just a relaxed time, and then if you're like, back the time is all like string headphones, right? So if you're like, hey, I found this new song, I want to see if you like it.
Wait, this is a really good point. Okay, Rose,
sit there and listen
would this
together.
still work now, right? If, for example, somebody had wired earphones and then afterwards they wanted to share a song with you, would you actually still put those earphones on and listen with them?
But
Or
like,
you
would
be
it work?
No.
Would it be a move that you feel like, oh, this gives me butterflies, or is just like, damn, new music, I need it. Because that would be me right now. I was like, oh shit,
I need
new
to update my
bangers.
playlist.
I gotta update my Spotify. Yeah, absolutely. Just show me anybody. I just need anyone to show me bangers. I'll be happy
Wait,
with it.
but the person who's sharing it with me, is it someone I like or?
Sure.
Yeah, if it's someone I like, then yeah, I would.
Okay, let's say it's someone you don't like.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
And
would
then-
you even you won't even take the headphones? You're like, nah, I'm good. You can just send it to me.
Or like play it on loudspeaker or something?
Yeah.
I'll probably be like, oh no, it's okay. I don't like sharing earphones.
Oh. Actually, no, that's a valid point because of like earwax and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that would work as an excuse. No, I think it's an important excuse.
Yeah.
That's right. Clean your headphones, people. Clean them.
No, I'm just thinking about like today's AirPods generation and
Yeah.
how people today won't have those moments.
I mean,
like sharing
people's-
headphones. I mean, I guess
But people's
not-
AirPods are pretty waxy too. You gotta clean that shit.
Oh, clean your
Yeah.
AirPods.
Yeah, AirPods
Like,
can get pretty waxy
Once
too.
every 2
So-
months, you have
yeah.
to clean your
It's
AirPods.
so gross.
Okay, so yeah, sharing headphones. That was my sign of like, hey, shawty, I like you. Notice me.
And so, what did you play? Because that's important as well. It's not just the process of sharing.
Like, what kind of music did you play?
Yeah. What subconscious message are you trying to pass along to her?
Like, do you like get like a really like lovey-dovey song or
probably
Jason Mraz?
Who?
Jason Mraz? Like, I'm yours.
Yeah.
What'd you call him?
I called him Mraz. I never spoke his name out loud.
But like as
Mraz,
a nickname.
I guess.
Are you saying that last name as a
No.
nickname? Oh,
That's how I thought you pronounced his name.
That is awesome. It sounds so much cooler though, Mraz. Oh, I thought you gave him a little nickname.
No.
What was I playing? Probably Cuties. I'm trying to think back. What was I listening to during that time?
Or what else was there? Ayaz Replay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. A lot of that. A lot of Neo. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Actually though, thinking back, Justin Bieber's first album, bangers, dude. One time,
what
one
was his
less.
first album?
I don't know if it's. But the album
One
was like
Time and
Baby,
One Less Lonely Girl are
yes,
good,
yes. One Time, One Less Lonely Girl.
Yeah.
Play that shit. Unspoken Riz right there. So yeah, I would probably listen to that and then be like, hey, want to listen to this with me?
Did any of you guys watch the Baby music video?
Oh, it was
where they were dancing at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Dude, that was my fantasy growing up.
Was that your and then go into a dance off with the guys and girls?
Yeah, I mean I can't dance, so there goes that fantasy. But I thought that was the coolest thing as a kid.
I thought so too. It was like straight up. So did you wish you could live your life like High School Musical? I can't be the only one.
A little bit.
You're right. It's just like
a little bit.
I'm still looking for my Gabriella. You know what I mean? It's fine. But yes, I agree with you. Like I thought that music video was the perfect like romantic situation to be in with a crush, right? With someone that you like, but it's not together yet. You just kind of want to be in that situation with your crush. Okay, what else? You want to Rose? Want to kick us off with another one?
You know, actually, when like the one Henry said, like I actually did something similar too.
Which one?
The headphones?
Like no, like stealing stuff.
The skiing?
No, like stealing stuff. I mean, I didn't steal stuff. Okay, I asked for it, and then I just keep it. So like I remember like.
So is this like primary school version of taking a guy's hoodie?
No, actually I took clothes. That's the thing. I took clothes. Like I took a beanie once, and I've also taken like a sweater before. So like
and
yeah,
did they ever get it
and they're listening
back?
They're listening to this. Yeah, I probably liked him. That's why I stole your clothes and stuff.
Do you still have it?
Do you have
to like send it back to them?
I have one sweater. I still have the sweater. The beanie I gave back, but the sweater I have.
I think that's so funny. This is like
how small is it now?
Like, but this is high school. This is high school.
When Rose has a crush on somebody, she goes straight into Grand Theft Auto mode and just like, I gotta steal. He's like, I just want a picture, right? Other people are just like, oh my god, I'm gonna send him a card. I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna take the shirt right off his back. I need it.
Okay, no.
So crazy.
Could you imagine Rose, like all 5'9" of her, just walking up to you and was like, "Give me your sweater.
Give me the shirt off your back. I like you.
I need this."
Like, that's making me sound really.
I think it's funny. We open her closet. Nothing belongs to her. It's just a string of crushes.
It's just a value village.
Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. And you see the size of the shirts get bigger and bigger from extra small to extra large.
It was just one sweater, guys.
It's hot. I'm sweating. Oh, that's funny. One sweater. Did you ask to wear it? Is that why?
I asked to borrow a sweater.
Wait, so what was the context? Like, how did you ask him?
No, I think it was because we had like some like spirit day kind of thing, like where you have to dress up. We had like a spare week, and then we had to dress up in like the theme. I think there was like one day where I had no clothes for that. So I was talking to that guy and I was asking, "Oh, do you have anything for that?" And then he was like, "Yeah." So I asked him if I could borrow, and then I just never gave it back.
And then he never asked you for it back either?
No, he never asked for it back. He was like, "Oh, it's okay. You can keep it. I have another one."
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was like,
Is
"Okay,
that
now
because he
just
actually has another one, or because he was interested in you and was like, you can have it?
I have no
More than-
idea."
more
But
than-
I
more
think
than
I think
one
it's probably
sweater.
he has another one.
More than one sweater. This guy sounds rich.
I hope he's listening, because we'll find out.
This guy sounds well off. Okay, so you did a bit of stealing, so
Yeah, I did a little bit of stealing.
that's what we revealed.
Didn't steal the hearts, but stole a sweater.
So Rose becomes a kleptomaniac when she likes somebody. Just sticky fingers. Swipe, no swiping.
Hey, not anymore though. Okay, not anymore. It was just high school Rose.
Are you sure? Now it's more like just give me your credit
Young
card.
klepto.
No, it's
That's funny.
just pay for my meal. No, just kidding.
Just pay for it. Yeah. Okay. What else? I'm trying to think. Another thing that came to my mind was, do you guys use Snapchat a lot growing up?
I guess. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Like
In
high
high school,
school.
yes.
Yo, streaks and gold hearts.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
Yep.
The last thing you wanted to see was your crush having someone else. There was a time where you could see other people's best friends. You remember
Well,
that?
you can see you have mutuals.
No, but you could
So-
see their top 3 before they got rid of it. So, and
I do
initially,
remember this.
You could see who's like
Yeah.
the other people's top 3. You could see it is listed until they got rid of it, where you can only see mutuals.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, did you have to like click into their profile?
Yeah, you just gotta
or
click their
something?
name. You just gotta click their name, their bio,
And then it'll show top 3, and then
they show top 3.
the worst feeling was when you were number 2
No.
and somebody else was somewhat number 1, because you're almost there, but you're plan B.
Fair. Oh, I was gonna say like you're number 1, but you're not even top 3.
That's
Oh.
the worst.
That's the worst.
I don't know. Does that mean you have no friends, or does that mean they're a hoe?
Oh no. Oh
No, it just
No,
means
because-
to them other people are more important than you.
yeah.
Okay.
You just like this person too much, but she's like, "Ah, I got other options. Spending time snapshotting other people. Yeah.
What about after high school? Did you guys have crushes after high school?
After high school, yeah. Oh, do you want to go to? Yes. I had. So, if it's not already very obvious, the common theme here is your boy has no riz. Okay, so this was first year of university, where when you're first year in art and sciences, all the students take the same courses. And it's the same courses. So for us, it was the same courses, same 4 courses in the morning to noon at the same auditorium. So it would be the professors coming to switch every class, and then you wouldn't have to move for the next 4 hours. Okay.
Wasn't like
Just for
that
us.
for me.
But you were main though. You were main campus. I was west campus.
Oh,
That's why.
you were like the early morning.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was
Yeah.
how it was for a West Campus?
Yeah. So West Campus is like West Campus. Students have to take a bus to get to the west side of the West Campus, right? You sit in this huge auditorium for 4 or 5 hours, and then professors just come and switch. So you just sit there for like 5 hours straight, and then you're done. For the whole day. I had no more classes by noon, except for labs, but that was it. But going back to the story, right? There was one girl that usually people sit around the same spot, but there was one girl that sat on the same row as me. Same spot, same row. Now, initially, every time I saw her coming home, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to find reasons to talk to her. I'm like, maybe I'll ask her about a homework assignment. I will ask her for a piece of paper or whatever. And that's what I tell myself at night, because I know the next morning, because this was every day, Monday to Friday, I would see her. The next morning, I'm going to see her and try it. But then I don't. So then I talk to myself at night, and then I chicken out in the morning, where eventually I hyped it up so much in my mind. Just speaking to her in general it just felt terrifying. So I ran into her in the cafeteria where we were like lining up to get food. She was standing in front of me, but I couldn't even say anything. I couldn't say hi. I couldn't say anything. Like my tongue was tied, physically tied. And then I thought it was really pathetic. But then that's my issue, right? If I like somebody and I don't act on it, it's only gonna become worse. And then I'm gonna hype it up in my brain. I'm gonna put her on such a high pedestal where I feel like I'm inadequate and nothing I can say is gonna change anything. So that was my experience until Henry was there. Henry was there until 5th year. We met her at a restaurant where she was working at, and then she said,
"Wait, I don't remember this."
You were there. I don't want to give too much information, but you were there. You were there.
Was it that Korean place?
Yeah. Yes. Relax.
There's 3 Korean places.
Relax, Henry Lee. But until 5th year, so after 1st year finished, I never saw her again because we picked majors, so classes were different. Until 5th year, she was working at this restaurant near our school, and then she was a waitress. And then her coming up to us and then asking us what we wanted or taking our order was the most I ever talked to her. And then even after the restaurant, I was like, Henry, I was like really giddy. I'm like, oh my god, I talked to her, but it wasn't because I liked her. It's more like I owed it to my younger self or like my past self to do this for him. So it seems like there's like a trend of me always feeling very giddy talking to girls I liked in the past, but it's just more like I'm doing it for my younger me. I owe it to him, make him happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait, hold on. Let's roll back for a minute. When we went there for dinner that day, did you know she worked there?
No, but I did not know. So that's why I was shocked. I was really shocked. I was like, I was kind of shaking when I grabbed the menu. She came up, like gave us water, and then I was just really speechless. I couldn't stop like looking. I was like, oh my god, there she is. I haven't seen her in 5 years. Yeah. So that was that. That was my crush. 1st year crush.
Well,
after
congratulations. You talked to her.
Yeah. We follow each other on Instagram.
We're proud of you.
Yes.
Oh, you followed each other on Instagram.
Like you follow her after you've talked to her at a restaurant, or or like before?
So like, no, after the restaurant, because I go there quite often for pickup and stuff. Like this was during COVID too, so we went there quite often to get food.
Like
Let me
to
say
see
that
her.
place had some really good kimchi fried rice.
Yes, sir.
Like even before she was there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the chicken there too was good.
Yeah, and then like I think she remembered me. And then we've seen each other like on campus, so we would like wave or like nod, be polite. So I was like, okay, I think this is enough. Follow, because it was before. Before it was not right. 1st year was like nothing. 1st year was I was just another kid sitting in the stands.
So, but okay, all right.
No,
you shot your shot.
No, not really. No. Okay, I'll say this. No,
but don't you think it's so weird if you don't know, like,
no.
This person even find me on Instagram? Because the algorithm's good, but it's not that good.
Oh, we have like a lot of mutuals, and then she's popped up
okay.
multiple times, but I haven't had the reason to. I was like, bro, we don't really know each other, and then we talk when I pick up my food. We chat, like small chat, like lighthearted conversations. So I was like, okay, cool.
Follow.
Oh, but I should also mention at this point, this person is in a relationship. So don't say like, oh, why don't you? Okay, no, this person's dating. Okay, I'm just sharing a story here. Okay,
we don't support being home wreckers on this.
No, obviously not. But it's just because we're on this topic. I'm just sharing my experience here to entertain. But yeah, that was me at post high school.
Post high school.
Post high school, yeah. Like I know we all dated in high school, but were there crushes before and after? Because we all dated quite a while. Rose, how long was your university relationship? Like 2 years, 1 year?
2.5 years, 3 years.
3 years. Oh yeah, so like me too. So like literally more than half of our time there. But like, were you crush? Did you have an opportunity to crush on somebody besides your?
No, I don't think I did, because like during like like our relationship ended like during COVID. So like after COVID, like I was only doing online school, so I basically didn't meet anyone. So there wasn't like much opportunity to like get to know people or like actually start crushing on people. Yeah.
No, that was me too. My relationship ended during COVID too.
No. I basically didn't chat with anyone. I mean, cause I'm like in Vancouver, right? And then like all my friends, they went back to Queens, so it's just me alone here. So and like most people they're like still hanging out in person, and it's just me. So there's not much chance for me to talk to people. Yeah.
Oh, you were never on campus, huh?
Yeah.
I recall. I'm starting to recall.
No, I kid you not. I remember the last time I saw Rose was in third year, and she had dinner at mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I think it was dinner at mine with some other people as well, like a going away dinner because we were going to go on exchange.
Yeah.
And then your exchange got canceled,
and that never happened.
For like another 3 years.
Yeah.
That exchange never happened. We
saw like Rose is post up in Taiwan for like a year.
More
like
than
just
that.
a long ass time actually. So like
8 months.
That's funny
I was in Taiwan for 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah.
And you didn't find anyone there? There was nobody you were crushing on
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Like, you didn't get bored and then swipe on
because I have friends
Tinder
that
or
use like apparently like a lot of international students, right? That go to
Right.
like
That's what I
Taipei
hear,
University
too.
or whatever. They're active. They're on there, right? So you didn't find anyone?
I mean, okay, I did like at one point I got like really bored, so I did go on like dating apps, but that only lasted for like a week at most because I got bored of that. So then I deleted it. And then all the other time I was just either with my parents or with like my grandparents. Yeah. Or if there are any like friends that I knew who went back to Taiwan, I would go out with them. But also that was like during COVID too, so like you don't really go out that much.
It was true. COVID was, I guess, pretty strict.
And then like in Taiwan, it was like really strict too, so it was just family most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. Henry, did you?
Yeah, I did actually. I don't think my moves changed that much though. It's just trying to keep the conversation going and then doing that overnight thing.
Doing acts of service, eh? I think acts of service is pretty big for me. I'm like,
acts of service is pretty big for me as well. I think I like giving and also receiving acts of service.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big givers here.
I don't know. I mean, we grew up in immigrant households, and so
the way you show love is
how
food, right?
That's how you showed love, right?
Yeah.
You're working hard. You bring a plate of fruit, right? Or nobody ever said "I love you." My parents never said "I love you" to each other, but I think that's because they're divorced now. But they didn't say.
Wow!
Anyway.
Why would you just bring it up?
Oh my god, that was so unexpected, that line.
This happened a while ago, but I'm pretty sure that's why they never really said "I love you." We didn't hear "I love you" much either from our parents until like much later on, when we were almost like graduating high school.
Graduating high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys say it easy? Does it take a lot for you to say "I love you" to your
significant other? Yes. To my parents, I guess even more so, just because I'm not used to it, and it always feels really sappy. But I think what helps me is I think about that. I mean, we're getting older, right? And so are they.
Yeah.
And so if I don't say it now, one day I may regret it.
Yeah.
Which is why I still force myself to do it. But when I tell them, they're like, "Oh, yeah."
You too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a really awkward conversation.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Rose? Have you either in all your relationships, were you guys the first ones to say it, or the ones to reply?
I wasn't the first one to say it.
You weren't the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was the first.
You were the first. But Rose, did you feel it then when he said it?
Yeah, when they said "I love," when she said it, or when
no, because when he said it, right? Because she wasn't the first one to say it. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, okay. To be honest, like I think I felt I wanted to say it, like way before, but I didn't want to be the first one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It can scare people off. It's true.
Well, I think that
I think we can. Yeah. I think we can end it
everything
here.
we have to share about our crushes and the dumb ways that we
that we try to.
I guess tried to show them that we like them. So if anyone ever sees Rose and then they end up stealing your wallet, right? It's not because she wants your money. It's because it's cold.
If you go out and eat
her
with
wallet
her,
will warm her up.
If you go home with a missing shoe after hanging out with Rose, just know you got a secret admirer. Yeah, you have a secret admirer.
Or like suddenly you have her over, your microwave's gone the next day. Don't worry. It means she loves you and she's just too afraid to say it.
You have Rose over, your TV's missing.
That's how Rose makes sure that you guys can link up for a second date, right?
I'm just. That's how she showed love. Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for tuning into this week's episode, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace. Stay up to date on all things Stinky Tofu Club by following us on Instagram and TikTok at Stinky Tofu Club. And full episodes of our podcast can be found on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at Stinky Tofu Club. Catch you next time. Bye.